Hey guys, welcome back to the Movement Project. It is episode 32. We're going to talk about the overhead squat again today. Early in filming we talked about it a little bit and I gave you one really cool drill to do to improve the overhead squat, but it mostly just addressed the hip joint. So what we're going to do is talk about the complexity of the overhead squat, how it involves the ankle, the hip, and the shoulder, including the thoracic spine. And so we're going to give you a drill for all three of those and a stability drill to really set you up for success. So let's talk about the test. Not only is this a lift and a common lift in weightlifting and in CrossFit, but it's also a test to kind of get an idea of where the restriction is as far as mobility goes. So I'm going to show you again, elbows at 90 degrees, overhand grip at the dowel. After you find that 90 degrees, that's how far apart your hands are when you reach overhead. I'm going to show you my side view. I'm going to show you my problem here. So as I go down, and I dip down forward, and really the angle should be tibia and spine in one straight line. And so we cannot say that from doing that test that it's all about my shoulder and my back. It may have to do a little bit with my ankle. So just like we work in most cases from the ground up, I'm going to start in an ankle stretch. So I've got one foot forward, I've got my other foot in incline. You can easily use the wall or anything to just put your foot elevated on to get yourself into a big calf stretch here. So I'm trying to get my ankle in as much flexion as I can. I'm going to go between two different movements. Bent knee, pushing the knee forward, and a straight knee trying to push the hip forward. Alright, bent knee and straight knee. Basically all I'm doing is 2 seconds, get in, get out. Every time I straighten that knee, I squeeze the quad, kind of get that contract, relax, reciprocal inhibition. Whew, that right one's a little bit worse. Spend time on asymmetries. Alright, I'm going to do 10 on each side. Alright, once I get done with the ankle joint, might as well work my way to my hip. We know we've got some hip restriction. So what I'm going to do is drop my knee down onto this handy dandy pillow, go through the couch stretch, okay, that we've done before, but do it against the wall. Not that much different, just takes a little bit more plantar flexion of the foot. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I'm tucking underneath, okay, squeezing my glute as I shift forward, shifting back. I can even oscillate, circle, and make sure that I'm getting in every tight corner possible and spend time in the most tight positions. 10 reps or 2 minutes on each side. Again, spend more time. Ooh, it's always the right side for me now. Spend more time on those asymmetries, okay? And once I get through my quad stretch, I'm going to show you guys another good one. It is called the wall sit and reach. Doing a simple version, we will take the feet to be facing in towards each other, kind of in that butterfly position. Get the whole spine against the wall, so really back the tailbone up. See how close you can get the feet together. So now I'm trying to get my hips abducted, externally rotated as much as possible. Keep my spine straight, and what I'm going to do is work on my thoracic extension, my shoulder flexion by just pressing into the wall, then kind of working on that hip external rotation as I come down. As I always say, my Indian style is the worst yoga pose that I can do for some reason. So this is a really good one for me, and it's really good for a thoracic extension. You'll find that if you do this drill at home, you might have a really hard time actually keeping your hands and forearms or the back of your forearms against the wall the whole way up. Alright, so your prescription is 10 wall sit and reaches. Try to keep your hands against the wall the whole time. Extend up, come back down, and then give me a 2-second press on the knees. Alright, so 10. And what's really going to set us up for success is, the thing about the overhead squat is it's not just about mobility, it's about stability as well. So what I'm going to give you guys is a little half kneeling drill. You're going to get yourself a kettlebell. Okay, hopefully it's not as heavy as mine is. You're going to drop into half kneeling. And what you're going to do, with a really strong grip, stabilize your shoulder, lock out your elbow, and you're going to get a hold of the kettlebell in my right arm with my right leg forward. Again, I'm half kneeling, my left knee's on the ground. Take my left hand, I'm going to reach it towards the ground and come up, squeeze my glute, tighten up my midsection, and find myself back into an erect position. And again, come down, find the floor, and come back up. Alright, strong grip, come down, and come back up. So ideally we're going 10 on each side. Feel asymmetries. Do it a little bit more on the worst side. And then to finish the whole thing off, go back to your overhead squat, retest it out, okay? And see if you've gotten a little bit more vertical in that overhead position. So that's your prescription. This one doesn't leave any joint out. Go from ankle to hip to thoracic spine and shoulder flexion, all the way back, circle to stability, then retest. Let me know how it goes. Thanks.